Hello everyone, it's your girl Chris. Welcome to my channel. Why I always say that, welcome to my channel. Welcome to my channel. Okay, so today we're going to talk about labor and delivery, my story. And it's not going to be a sad story, it's going to be a happy story. At the same time, it might be a little bit sad, but don't sweat it out. I'm not going to do any crying because that's not my style. Although I can cry if I want to, cry if I want to, cry if I want to. Oh! Yes, you want to cry if you want to? So let's get started. Subscribe to my channel if you're new. If you haven't subscribed yet, click the bell button to get notifications of my future videos. And one more thing, well, two things: follow us on Instagram and Facebook. I post a lot of information in there, pretty cool stuff. I probably post there first before I post anywhere else. Yes, so if you haven't watched my previous videos, I suggest you do so. It might help to understand what's going on with this video, with this part of my life. So yeah, Haley is coming. This is what we're discussing. So let's continue to the next chapter. December 30th, about to be December 31st, New Year's Eve, and you are 35 weeks, well, I'm 35 weeks pregnant with you, and you are 3 centimeters, I'm 3 centimeters, and my water's about to break. So you breach, so your butt is like down there, and your head is up here. So I wasn't ready, but you are on your way to this beautiful world. I think it's beautiful, but some people don't think. But you would have to experience that on your own. Here's Yuan. Say hi, Yuan. He's gonna be our helper. You can call him Dad. You're allowed to. And he may adopt you. He's gonna be a good person to you, like a father to you. He's gonna be there for you, just like me. Anyways, so we're gonna hang in there for a little bit, just you and me. And we'll get through this. I see you moving. Anyways, I can't believe that you're coming soon. I thought I had enough time with you. But I'm fixing this tiny little hair. You breached, so I was trying to get you down so your head comes first instead of your butt. So here we are. 35 weeks. We should be home sleeping, but I think I overdid it, meaning the exercise, because since you were breached and I was trying to get you down, I did some squatting. I put my butt up in the air and my head down so you can So all the organs will come down to you so you can move. But that didn't work because you still wanted to be there. And then like I said, I did some squatting. And I did a little belly dancing to trying to get you, turning and get into that position. But you were so comfortable where you are, very comfortable where you are. So, and that is your favorite spot, way up here. Way up here. That's where you are right now. Okay, sorry, I'm crying. Anyways, I'll see you soon. Okay, bye. I got there and Yvonne was with me. Doctors weren't sure if to keep me or not because I was only 35 weeks. And because I only saw 35 weeks, it was a little too early. They thought that the baby's lungs was not developed enough. And so they gave me a shot. As you notice, I was so nervous getting that shot. Believe me, I was. Like, I was having anxieties. Like, can you believe it? Having anxiety of getting the shot on your butt. I mean, who wouldn't have an anxiety of getting shot on your butt? Anyway, so Yvonne held my hand. And it was fast and it was nothing. It was too much trauma for nothing. Yeah, I'm very dramatic. Anyway, so let's continue so the baby's lungs can develop faster, I guess. It's a boost up. And after that, they in there, they weren't sure they were gonna keep me or send me home. And the reason why was because I was 3 inches. My water could break any minute. And I liked being in the hospital, believe me or not, because I feel like if something did happens right then and there, I'm there, and I don't have to like pack things and then go back in the car and then keep driving again. So I like the fact that they kept me in because it was safe for me and safe for the baby. And also the worst part, because her head was still up here and she was basically breached and she was not going anywhere. That was their concern too, so they didn't want to take the risk of sending me home because of her being breached. Now on that note, they capped me and they gave me another dose of whatever, I don't know what it's called, so I'm not gonna even try it, but they gave me another shot on my butt within 24 hours because it could be that the baby could come the next day. And I stay in bed through that whole entire week. I did walk here and there, I'm supposed to, but I wanted to walk. If you haven't walked, if you're just laying in bed and you don't walk, I feel like I'm in the clouds when I start walking because my legs doesn't get used to moving. I was still checking my sugar because they had to keep me with the sugar even though I was there. And Yvonne and the girls, Yvonne and the kids came and visit me. I have people coming in, family coming in visit. I had like members from the church come visit, which is really nice. Didn't expect that. But there's one person that I thought it would show up, but he never did. I texted him and I told him, I'm in the hospital. I explained to him what's happening, and he asked me what time is the visitor hours. And so I gave him the visitor hours, I gave him the location, and I thought he was coming. And he never showed. At 34 weeks, I found out he was seeing someone. And I don't know if that spiked my contractions. I don't know if that spiked my anger. I didn't know if that spiked my heart rate. But I feel like everything from there, everything went down to hell. And that's probably why she was coming early, but don't quote me that. I'm not saying it's his fault that she came early, but I'm sure that got to do a lot when I found out that he was seeing someone. The way I found out is that I casually said, well, I'm 34 weeks, I'm about to do soon, so I hope that you had told your girlfriend that she'll be coming soon. And he texted me back saying, well, she already know the situation, so you don't need to worry. And I'm like, wow, man, that makes sense, right? So anyways, and that's probably why he wasn't there, maybe because he was too busy being with her. Okay, you choose your priorities. I chosen mine. Well, I chose her. I chose Haley. I don't regret it. I wanted to be born on the 1st, and I really thought she was gonna be born on the 1st because I came in on the 30th, and the doctors believed that she was coming. I was hoping she would come on the 1st of January. Wouldn't that be cool? Be the first one coming out. But no, she didn't came, and that's fine, you know. And I'm glad she didn't came there early. But, you know, it would be cool to have a baby in January. So how it happened first was that particular day I was having contractions through the whole day, but it wasn't like, at the beginning it wasn't so hard. It will come in contraction like an hour for, like, let's say from 7 to 2, an hour. So that would be the hour. And as the time got later, it will become in 30 minutes. But through that day, I saw the kids and I was having contractions, but I didn't say anything because, you know, they were like on and off. It wasn't consistently. I believe that was around 7 o'clock p.m. And that's when my contractions started hitting even harder. And I thought it was just gonna go away, but it was hitting every 10 minutes. And I called the nurses, and surprisingly, when I started calling the nurses when I needed someone right then and there, it's like nobody showed up. Through that whole entire time, everybody was there checking me out, making sure I'm okay, but that particular time, when you need something, they were not available. It took too long for them to get to me. Go figure, right? So I'm sitting there contracting, and I feel like something is poking my butt, like something not to come out. It's like something was trying to go in. I don't know how to explain it. Like something was poking me really bad. Tried to go in my butt. I couldn't shake it. I couldn't figure out what it is. So I called the nurse. The nurse called the doctors, and the doctor finally checked me like 3 hours later, right? So she checked me and she says, "Oh, this baby is ready to come out. She's definitely not turned. I can feel her feet coming out." I was like, what? And I started crying because I didn't want to have a surgery. I didn't want to go to a C-section. I heard so many stories of C-section. Like, you have no idea. I'm sure you heard your stories, but yeah, and it scared the crap out of me. And I started crying, and I called my mom, and I was like, "Mom, I'm having a C-section." And she said that's the reason she couldn't be there, because it was an emergency section. And but she was there, but she couldn't be in the room. Surprisingly, I didn't know who would be there for me. People ask if they can be there with me, but I didn't feel comfortable asking them because, first of all, I didn't know them very well. And if I don't know you so well, and I'm pretty cool with you, but still not comfortable, and I didn't know when I was gonna have a C-section. Like, it could be 1 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning. I don't want to call them and bother them. Hey, by the way, I'm having a C-section. Can you come here now? So I didn't want to bother anybody, but the person I know that could bother, that I know that they wouldn't mind me calling them, I never asked that person to ever again. I never had it in my mind that I would ask that person, but I feel like I needed him. So the person I wanted to call, of course, I wanted to be Haley's dad, but he was not going to show up. So I called Ivan. He didn't question it. He goes, "So what time are you going?" I said, "I'm going now. Can you hurry?" He goes, "I'm on my way." So while he was on his way, I was getting prepped. And I just ate, and I just finished eating about an hour or so. So I told him I ate. Well, what, am I gonna puke? Oh yeah, so he showed up perfectly timed because they give me the medication, something for the nauseous, because I was feeling so nauseous. So they gave me that, and then they gave me the epidural. Though the epidural felt so painful. They put the needle at the same time I was having the contractions, and then do it all at once. Okay, you're in pain. Just give you more pain. And right. So they gave me that and I started feeling numbed and numbed. The weirdest part is laying on that table naked. My legs were wide open. Was it wide open? I just feel like so open. Like anything can happen. If an earthquake would happen, I'd be right there. I couldn't even move. It was just pretty scary. Very, very scary. Yeah, my first time having a C-section. I would never want to have a C-section again. Anyways, going forward, Ivan came and he sat next to me and he held my hand and I was shaking the whole entire time because I was cold. I'm allergic to the cold, so this the minute they open me up, feel the cold going up into my chest and I feel like my whole body was numb because of the cold. And when I say I'm allergic to the cold, this water, if this water is full of ice and I put my hand in there for a few seconds, not minute, and then my hand will swell up. I'm not going to show you that because I like my water. The whole process, I can feel them cutting me up. I can smell it. She came out. Oh my gosh, the pressure was so relieved. Then I feel empty. Then I feel like part of me was empty because, you know, you feel that big ball there on my right side and now she wasn't there, but it just feels so good at once and then bad at the other side. Like it spinning. Anyhow, so when they pulled her out, I saw like a little alien, you know, sneaking up when they pulled her out and they showed me, look at the baby. I was like, oh, look at that baby. I was crying and you all know how the C-section is, what they do. So Ivan was the first one to hold her. Ivan, come here.
¿Qué pasa?
Just,
What you doing?
just keep moving.
Take yours.
Alright, so on the
Melon.
on the day of my delivery. So when the baby came out,
Which baby? About?
were you the first one to hold her?
The doctor gave it to me and she said, hold the baby. And I say, what are you gonna do with this thing? When I was telling her why she didn't move to the position she can burn, she was crying. And I said, okay, I'm not gonna tell anything to you. So she was calm and I tell her again, why you are stubborn, didn't move in the way you're supposed to be, and she started crying again. So I say, you know what? You got hurt feelings. I'm not gonna say anything to you no more. And they took it away.
But you were the first one to hold her, right?
Yeah, I hold her in my arm.
How small was she?
Oh, so beautiful. I said probably this size. It was very small, baby.
She was very, very tiny. It's like I feel like I was holding not even a doll. It was just so light. 5 pounds and 4 ounces. Something like that in 19 inches. She was tiny and lovely little thing. Did you stay there the whole entire time?
Yes, I was there.
And then after they transferred to a room, 2 hours. Mind you that I didn't get to see my mother until the next day.
What was it? I'm sorry. I didn't pay attention. What happened?
Do you know why I didn't get to see my family after the baby was born?
They knew at the last minute, I guess. And
They showed up at the hospital, but they didn't get to see me or the baby. But anyways, we were in the waiting room for 2 hours. All stuff down there was going well on the recovery, and I was laying flat. But you would think they would help me to move to the next bed. I ended up literally right after surgery. I ended up moving myself to the bed and position myself. That was the painfulest thing I ever felt besides having a baby. But recovery, it is so painful. Oh my god. But if you have to go through it because you have to save the baby's life and your life, yeah, it is worth it. So tell us more.
like what?
Besides you fighting with her.
I was not fighting with her. I was just telling her. But now she's nice. She still cries when I tell her something. She doesn't like it. She's very sensitive, baby.
She's a fighter.
But she's pretty cute because she's happy. She's healthy.
She loves to
She
eat.
likes to laugh and play all the time, so that made me really more happy, because when the baby's happy, might say the life is better in the house.
It brings a new light into the house.
Honestly, the baby brings peace and happiness to the house, because remind me too much to the perfection of life, the miracle. Everything is perfect in a baby. innocence, peace, and that's one's amazing part of life. You know, I don't know how come after they grow up they become evil. Yeah.
All the training that we give them, they turn out to be themselves. Okay, so I'm gonna play a couple of clips, video clips that I took while I was in the hospital. You're gonna see them.
She's my old girlfriend before you.
And we need to like have that here.
But you're gonna edit it. What's the big deal? Okay. Before you.
Yes. So he stayed with me through the whole entire time. 24 hours. Was it 24 hours he stayed with me?
Yes.
He stayed with me because his doctor stayed with someone for 24 hours, making sure that he help out with the baby, and I didn't pressure him to do anything. Tell us why you wanted to stay there instead of me telling them.
What are you talking about?
At the hospital.
First of all, I was there because my kids, they were go there. So, second, she needs support because there's a lot to digest. But I don't turn my back on my friends. I was there standing for them because that's what humans should do. So.
I'm about to cry. I told you no more crying in this video. Alright, so here we go, some clips. Enjoyed. And before I give you those clips, make sure to subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. Like this video if you like this video. Give it a thumbs up, give it a thumbs down. Either way, I wouldn't mind. Wear your mask when you go out. Black lives does matters. All lives matters, of course. Stay safe. Peace. Enjoy the video.
What happened? Is it gonna be?
Hey Haley, it's day number 3 here at the hospital, and I'm letting you know that you're still in my tummy because you're not ready to come out. So it is best for you to stay there as long as you can. Sorry I didn't record yesterday, but yesterday was busy, so a lot of people in and out, and contractions was really hard, so it was just best to not say anything. But it turns out everything's good. No more contractions, no more pain for now. You're still at 3 centimeters, hasn't come up yet. So I'm still 99% E-phase, meaning the water can break at any minute. Anyways, I don't know what happened there, but I'm gonna show you the room that we are right now, because we're about to be changed to a different location. Let me see, how do I do this? Okay, so here's the room that we are right now. Here's my bed where I chill most of the time. Was gonna be your bed until delivery time, but yeah, maybe in 1 week or 2. So this is the office. This is all the monitors you're gonna be hooked on. Well, mommy was hooked on, but it took me out of that. Here's where whoever's gonna come visit me, and they just sit. See, and they sit there with me if they want to. Restroom. So let's close the door because we don't need to see that. And that's it. So everything is good for now. We're gonna be changed to a different room for a temporary living room. Because I'll be living in that room for today for a week or so until you arrive, because I'm not gonna send me home. So I love you, and I wish to see you soon. So I'll see you later, baby. See you later, Haley. Next time we meet in real world. Okay. Love you. Bye. on May 5th, not May, but January 5th, I was having all-day contraction. The first nurse, the morning nurse, checked me and moderate the baby in me. They called the doctor. The doctor said, "Oh, she's fine. Just keep checking on it." And then the nurse went home, and then a new nurse came in. And then through the whole entire day, I was still having contractions. And then my family came in and spent time with me. When they left, I was having contraction, which was, surprisingly, because I thought we had 1 more week before she's born. But no, I was having those contractions were really, really, really hurting. And I didn't want to cry, but I cried at one point because I was doing it all by myself. There was no one else there. It was just me in the room, coaching myself, telling me that it's okay. But I pulled it through, was strong. So the nurse came in and put me back on the monitor. And then she noticed that my contractions were literally back to back, and they were really, really strong. Finally, the doctor came in, checked me, and said that I am 6 to 7 centimeter dilated. That was pretty scary. And she also felt Haley's little foot, literally right where the water and the lining is. So she said, "Well, surgery. We're gonna have to book you for surgery within half an hour." That was pretty scary. I was so scared. I started crying again like a baby. And so I called Ivan, and he said he'll be here, which was really nice of him. He was there with me in the room. And he helped me. He held my hand. But in the process, before everything started, I was shaking like crazy. I didn't know what to expect because it's my first time having a C-section. It wasn't easy. Some people say it's easy. It's not easy because all your adrenaline and all your exciting anxieties, everything all at once came through, and I was shaking like crazy. Couldn't control my shake. The only thing I could think about is I was listening to the music, and that's what I was trying to focus on. And I was focused on Ivan because he was talking to me. The more he talked to me, the better I feel. The less I was thinking about what's going on around, my tummy. And then the minute they pulled her out, like I felt her pull out, I feel so relief. Like, wow, so much relief. It's like the big pressure was literally up on top of my chest. It was removed, and it was like, wow, and I cried because I know it was her. And then when I hear her cry, I cry even more. Girl cries a lot. This girl cries a lot, meaning me. I cry a lot, especially pregnancy. But it's normal. So it was feeling like I was fading away. They were giving me medicine so I can feel better, but I'm like, I don't want to fade away. And that's how I felt, like I was fading away. But I didn't fall asleep. And even now it's like almost 4 and I'm still awake. I'm about to go to sleep though. But I just wanted to record this very quick before I forget. It was a really long night. It was pretty fast though, but at the same time it was pretty long. And I thank God for his help, and I thank Ivan for being there, and I thank the rest of the friends and family and the prayers that everything went through so well. We both are healthy and celebrating her birthday. I'll get back and then we'll record more about what's going on.
You go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow. Who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me. Let's take it slow. Ask me how we got here, 'cause you don't know how. You say we're taking on water, yeah, we're sinking now. You're looking all concerned, like we're gonna drown.